Hello, my dear friends. Welcome. In this picture, you can identify that we have the two cycles. One is Kelvin cycle, other one is photorespiration. In the center, we have Rubisco. So, with this picture, now you come to understand that now our topic is about photorespiration. Yes. So, Rubisco, ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate, carboxylase, oxalase. Yeah, this is the very important thing about Rubisco is this is the most abundant protein in the whole biosphere. So yes, the most abundant protein in the whole biosphere is Rubisco. So it can act as carboxylase and oxalase. When it will act as carboxylase means in the presence of carbon dioxide, it will undergo carboxylation and enter into the Kelvin cycle. So with the take of the carbon dioxide for carbon fixation, so in the Kelvin cycle, and it will emit the oxygen. Here in the presence of oxygen, it will enter into the photorespiration and it will emit the carbon dioxide. Yeah. So why this photorespiration is happen? So when it comes to Kelvin cycle, it is beneficial because it will produce the sugar. And photorespiration, it will emit the carbon dioxide. It is an useful, wasteful process. Why this happens? Let's see. The objectives of this video is definition of photorespiration, photorespiration in plants, what happens during the process called photorespiration. Yes. Coming to the definition of photorespiration, also known as oxidative photosynthetic carbon cycle or C2 photosynthesis, is a process in plant metabolism which attempts to reduce the consequences of wasteful oxygenation reaction by the enzyme Rubisco, or the process that leads to only one 3-PGA being produced in dark reaction in chloroplast. Yes, only one P instead of two, only one 3-PGA is being produced. So this is the picture, the same picture. We have the Rubisco. In the presence of carbon dioxide, it will go to carboxylation. So Kelvin cycle. In the presence of oxygen, it will enter to photorespiration. So here it is being produced 1 pg, 2 pga. Here it's produced only 1 pga in photorespiration. In Kelvin cycle, 2 pga is produced. Photorespiration in plants. The end result is that photorespiration decreases the net amount of carbon dioxide which is converted into sugars by a photosynthesizing plant by interfering with the photosynthesis in this way. Means because of the photorespiration, the photosynthesis is being interrupted. Photorespiration may significantly limit the growth rate of some plants. So in this picture, it is clearly shown that how the photorespiration is being happened. So this is chloroplast and this is peroxisome and this is mitochondria. In the chloroplast, so in the presence of oxygen, oxygenase, it will enter into photorespiration. After entering into the photorespiration, if it is in the presence of carbon dioxide, carboxylase, it will produce 2,3-phosphoglycerate. Here it will produce 2-phosphoglycerate. So here it will produce 3-phosphoglycerate. Here it will produce 2-phosphoglycolate. Now this will be converted into glycolate, and this glycolate will enter into peroxisome. And here the glycolate is being converted into glycine. And later this glycine will enter into mitochondria. And here the glycine is being converted into methyl groups. And finally the carbon dioxide is released. So this prevents the carbon dioxide from fixing into carbohydrates. So photorespiration depends on light. So why this whole thing is been happened means in the presence of less amount of carbon dioxide availability and during the high temperatures. So first is initially at the high temperatures. What happens at the high temperatures means there will be increased amount of water loss, means the stomato has to be opened. So huge amount of water loss has been happened. So the stomato will get closed to avoid huge amount of water loss. If the stomato got closed, the lack of availability of carbon dioxide and amount of oxygen is availability is only more because the oxygen is being produced by photosynthetic plants. But the carbon dioxide availability was decreased because of closing of stomato. In this cases, the plant will go to photorespiration. So the way it wastes the CO2, protects against the light damage, favored for high oxygen and low carbon dioxide and warm temperatures. So at this phases only the photorespiration is possible. What happens during the process of photorespiration is it has a long intrigued biologist that oxygen has an inhibitory effect upon the photosynthesis. Yes, with the presence of oxygen, it will be converted into photorespiration. As shown in the following hypothetical experiment, in the presence of elevated oxygen levels, photosynthetic rates will get lowered. So it is now known that this response to oxygen is due to competition between oxygen and carbon dioxide on the Rubisco enzyme of the Kelvin Benson cycle. You will recall this in the normal reaction. So carbon dioxide is joined with RuBp to form two molecules of 3PGA. Yes. So this in the Kelvin cycle, the carbon dioxide is being joined with RuBp. So Rubisco, this is the enzyme. So now this is being converted into 2,3-PGA. In the presence of oxygen, oxygen plus RuBp and the enzyme Rubisco, 1,3-PGA plus phosphoglycolate. So the carbon dioxide is emitted. In this process, we call it as photorespiration. Oxygen replaces the carbon dioxide in a non-productive and wasteful reaction. So finally, it is declared that photorespiration is a wasteful reaction. Means it is been damaging the carbon dioxide. So to avoiding the fixation in the presence of photosynthesis. It is believed that photorespiration in plants have increased over geologic time and is the result of increasing level of oxygen in the atmosphere, the byproduct of photosynthetic organisms themselves. So the appearance of C4 type plants appear to be an evolutionary mechanism by which the photorespiration is suppressed. It has a long been the dream of biologists to increase the production of certain crop plants such as wheat, barley, yes, that carry on C3 type photosynthesis by genetically re-engineer them to perform the C4 type photosynthesis. It seems unlikely that this goal will be accomplished in the near future due to the complex anatomical and metabolic differences that exist between C3 and C4 type plants. Yes. Thank you very much. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel.